we stand here together as one.
On the surface, Transformers 1 is kind of an odd title, don't you find? Like, even back in the day, it wasn't Demolition Man 1. Oh, that's a terrible example, but it's fresh on my mind because I just saw it. We didn't have Jurassic Park 1, did we? We didn't have Mad Max 1, although we did have How the West Was 1. Although that's probably considered racist now. We did have Godzilla -1 a few months ago, although I still don't know why that was called.
It's a prequel. It's because it's a prequel. Actually, Godzilla -1 isn't a prequel.
So yes, Transformers 1 is a prequel, hence Transformers 1. Out of the whole list of things that happened, it was the first thing that happened. But there's also some double entendre going on here. Because I mean, if that's all there was to it, it would be pretty unimaginative, wouldn't it? It would be, pretty lazy. But of course, it's also referencing the famous saying, till all are one. But what does that mean? Which is essentially saying that their mission as Autobots is to reunify this fractured society, and that they won't rest until Cybertronians' divisions have healed and peace has been restored, and that they can call themselves one race again. It may also refer to the afterlife, and that once a Transformer dies, it returns to the Afterspark to rejoin with all of the other deceased Transformers, or them going back to the Allspark of Primus.
Actually, that's the Well of Spark. The
phrase "till all are one" was first uttered in the '86 movie, and was uttered by Optimus right here on his deathbed, to then be adopted and reused countless times by many other Autobots. Megatron even used it once, to say that all would be one under his thumb. Now, as I said, I'm working on a spotlight video on Optimus at the moment.
I mention it because I want you to watch it.
And I was reading about the Covenant of Primus the other day, which, if you don't know, is from the Aligned Continuity. It's like the Cybertronian holy book. You got Primus, who's their god. He created the Primes, and they wrote this account. And in it tells of how the Primes were all gifted abilities or artifacts that almost had near magical powers. And Optimus, the last Prime to be created, wasn't given any of these, but he did have this ability to bring people together. And his phrase at the time, a time where all 13 Primes had this common goal and unified vision of defeating Unicron, was all are one. After they completed their goal though, and they defeated Unicron, there was this huge schism in the Brotherhood, and there was this fight, and Megatronus accidentally killed Solus Prime, a divide that even Optimus couldn't heal. And the Fellowship was broken, and fucking Frodo had to go off to Mordor all by himself. What doesn't make sense? So the saying then became till all are one, as in until all are one again. And the Fellowship scattered, and Optimus decided to go back into the Well of Sparks to be reborn as Orion, and have all of his memories wiped, and all mentions of him as one of the original 13 wiped from the records. Then later in their history, when the society split again, and these two characters became the figureheads in this devastating civil war that would ultimately doom the whole empire, Optimus's unifying nature kicked into gear again, and his quest became to defeat the Decepticons and reunify once more, and take the society back to these pre-war days. In the IDW continuity, All Shall Be One was said to have originated from the Knights of Cybertron, and was misinterpreted by Nova Prime, who took the phrase a little too literally and started trying to force bots to combine in what was initially a series of horrific experiments. The Megatron Origins comic showed how the mob would chant it to try and enrage Megatron into inflicting even more brutality onto his opponent. It's pretty harsh. And of course, there's been loads of variations on the phrase as well, like the My Little Ponies were like, till every pony are one. In BotBots, it was turned into till all have fun, and so on and so forth. Anyway, as obvious as this might be to some, I got the feeling that some people are missing it, especially people who are just casual viewers. And I thought it would be interesting to at least look at the origin of the phrase. Make sure you're making yourself heard in the comments, because, there's been a lot of chatter about the tone of it. Apparently there's still a lot of serious stuff to come, but they just chose to put the comedy stuff in the trailer. Which, if that's true, that's pretty weird, isn't it? Just the marketing in general these days is really disjointed and all over the place. Alright, let's leave it there for now. And make sure you subscribe for my Optimus Spotlight video. That's gonna be epic. And I will see you very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio, bye!